not great. Blocked.
Yeah.
Do you block people ever?
No, I've muted some people. Now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there's a couple people that I have muted. Good. Yeah.
Anna Kendrick has finally confirmed what fans long suspected. She and Blake Lively don't get along. With Blake now caught in the middle of Justin Baldoni's explosive lawsuit, old interviews are resurfacing, and it's clear Anna may have been hinting at this all along.
Well, I met Blake. I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I.
From awkward press tours to subtle jabs, their tension was clear, and behind the scenes, it was reportedly even worse. Now, with the Ace Simple Favor sequel in development, their rivalry is flaring up again, fueled by disputes over billing, promotional duties, and Blake's ongoing legal issues.
Was this a demand of Blake Lively? That, Anna Kendrick will get her name first, but then Blake circumvents that, and even though Anna Kendrick's name is first, hers is higher?
So, is Anna throwing shade and finally distancing herself from Blake for good? Let's dive in. Back in 2018, Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively made waves with their hit film A Simple Favor. The movie was a major success, and on the surface, the two actresses seemed like the perfect duo. However, internet sleuths are revisiting that time, and it appears things weren't as friendly as they seemed. Fans recently uncovered an old interview from their press tour. While Blake's remarks were mostly brushed off back then, people now believe her comments carried a much deeper, possibly darker meaning, hinting at real tension behind the scenes.
So, I feel like your character is like the most confident woman in the world, and yours is like very insecure.
Yeah.
Are you guys, but you guys are like, both of you have this attitude about you that...
In real life, it's the other way around, and I constantly have to call Blake and be like, it's okay, you're good at giving interviews, I promise you, people like you, they respect you.
A lot of talking.
Gotta give her a pep talk. I'm like, we're amazing, we're powerful.
That's true.
I'm the reason she gets out of bed in the morning.
And Anna's just an egomaniac, as you can see. So,
yeah.
I learned a lot from her.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Until the next clip, where Blake praises Anna's uplifting comments. The only issue? Fans believe she was throwing subtle shade, judging by her tone and choice of words.
Are you good at telling yourself these things? Because I think we are the only person who can tell ourselves that we're good and that we're to give ourselves confidence, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it feels good when Anna gives me confidence too. I like compliments. I'm not below compliments. That's what my mom always says. She's like, wants me to compliment her, and she's like, I'm not below compliments. I'm like, it's clear that you're not, because she's always...
In fact, Blake later mentioned how she used to judge her mom for being overly confident, ironically while praising Anna for having more guts than she did. But many believe her remarks were actually aimed at Anna instead.
Because you were just telling me about like weird expressions that she gets wrong, wouldn't it be, I'm not above compliments?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, she gets it all wrong. I never even thought about it. She says it. Yes, she's not above compliments. My mom gets everything sort of
like expression. She was just telling me like
she'll be like smooth as pie. She'll be smooth as silk or whatever.
Easy as pie.
Yeah, and smooth as silk. But my mom, I think, is a very confident person, and so for me, yeah, I sort of like struggled with that because I've sometimes judged her for being so confident, which I think is like not fair, right?
Yeah, you're such a bad daughter,
terrible daughter. See, this is an entire therapy session, what you've stepped into. You didn't realize.
And get this. Anna once joked about muting Blake on Instagram. She laughed it off, but considering everything that's come to light, fans believe Anna wasn't joking at all. She was just telling the truth.
Do you block people ever?
No, I've muted some people. Now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there is a couple people that I have muted. Good. Yeah.
You can mute people on Instagram too?
Yeah, it's a new feature.
Really?
I know. Get excited.
It's safe to say the interview between Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively was a complete disaster. One viewer remarked, "Why do I feel like Blake and Anna are pretending to like each other? It feels so fake." Another simply called Blake the queen of mean girl energy. Apparently, things off-camera weren't much better. The hosts of the Celebrity Memoir Book Club podcast, Claire Parker and Ashley Hamilton, uncovered that by the end of shooting their first film together, the two actresses were no longer on speaking terms. One insider even texted the host saying, "I saw your TikTok about Anna and Blake. I worked at Lionsgate then, and I can confirm they absolutely hated each other." The studio allegedly had to intervene and ask them to fake a friendship for press tours because their mutual dislike was becoming too obvious. According to reports, Anna Kendrick was especially competitive, frequently demanding that she get more promotional coverage than Blake. She even insisted that the studio Photoshop her chest in the A Simple Favor poster to appear as large, or larger, than Blake's. A producer revealed that the tension on set was so intense they had to plan scenes to avoid confrontation. Fans have since resurfaced an old interview where Blake appears visibly irritated and almost looks like she's about to punch Anna. Based on everything that's come out, it seems the rumors about their feud weren't just gossip. They were very real.
Blake, I worked with her husband Ryan several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah. We got the body language experts analyzing this right now. How quickly
Don't touch me.
How quickly do you know if you're gonna gel with a co-star? Is it like day one you're like, okay, I'm in this and it's not working, or
I feel like it's pretty rapid cognition for me.
Yeah, I think but there's some people, like, I've had people who, like, I don't necessarily, like, we're not best buddies at all moments, but, like, do we do well together on screen? And there's some people that, like, we're best buddies, and then on screen it's like, so you just never really know.
Here's what fans had to say about the ongoing tension. Blake is clearly intimidated by Anna. It's all in the body language, one person observed. Anna knows how to hold her own and isn't afraid to roast her. Another fan commented, "The way Blake always takes over the interview couch says a lot." The dynamic between the two was also evident in a BuzzFeed interview they did while promoting A Simple Favor. When asked about their most difficult day on set, Blake recounted a time she arrived an hour and a half late due to filming late the night before. "They told me to come in later," she explained. "I got to set and asked, 'Where's Anna?' And they said, 'She's been ready for an hour.' We didn't push her call time." To that, Anna simply replied, "That was the day I decided I hate you." It was all said with a laugh, but fans picked up on the underlying tension. It's no surprise, then, that many believe Anna is firmly on Team Baldoni. She recently added more fuel to the fire during her appearance at the British Academy Film Awards, where she presented the award for Best Director. Her speech highlighted the intense respect actors and crew have for directors, calling the job both exhilarating and exhausting. Many saw this as another subtle jab at Blake, who's been accused of undermining directors in favor of pushing her own vision. Safe to say, Anna is not Blake's biggest fan.
I have huge respect for directors. It's one of the most exhilarating and exhausting jobs in the world. It's juggling a million decisions, answering endless questions, and somehow still making sure that the story shines through.
A lot of fans are convinced that Anna Kendrick subtly took shots at Blake Lively during a recent speech, especially since Anna's been rumored to have beef with Justin Baldoni, the director of their latest film. Her comments about Hollywood directors didn't seem coincidental at all. When she said, "We all respect directors," the unspoken implication many heard was, "Except Blake Lively." The shade was real. Blake has a reputation for forcing her own version of a film over the director's cut, and this time, Anna seems to be done playing nice. While they're set to co-star in the sequel to A Simple Favor on Prime Video, insiders reveal tensions behind the scenes have reached a boiling point. Apparently, they've clashed over top billing, on-set presence, and the negative publicity surrounding Blake's legal troubles that's now threatening the movie's release. Blake hasn't been handling the backlash well, which is why Anna is reportedly trying to create distance. According to one source, there is a gigantic pink elephant in the room that no one is acknowledging. The backlash to the movie's initial promotion has been intense, with fans outright protesting and vowing not to watch the film. Another insider mentioned that aside from these movies, Anna and Blake have nothing in common. Their relationship is strictly professional. They're not close friends, and never have been. Originally, both actresses were expected to promote the film together, as requested by the studio, and they initially agreed. However, now Anna is in last-minute talks with executives to possibly do the press tour solo. She fears being dragged into Blake's controversies and would prefer to avoid the uncomfortable Q&A sessions that would inevitably shift focus onto Blake's legal drama and the rumored feud with Baldoni. While Blake is contractually obligated to promote the film, she has the autonomy to decide how much she wants to be involved beyond the South by Southwest premiere. Insiders say the decision is now completely in her hands. Anna reportedly wasn't prepared for the backlash that followed the release of the film's poster. Many fans commented online that they'd boycott the movie solely because of Blake's involvement. Some even refer to Anna as collateral damage. Sources close to Anna say the comments have genuinely upset her. As someone not known for being involved in drama, the public response has been difficult for her to process. On top of that, the two actresses have also been clashing over top billing. Last time, Anna got top billing over Blake, so she assumed the same would happen again. But this time, Blake pushed hard through her reps to be listed first. Anna, however, refused to give in. After several weeks of back-and-forth negotiations, a compromise was finally reached: staggered billing. This meant Anna's name would appear first, while Blake's would appear above hers, but on the opposite side of the poster, a tactic commonly used in Hollywood to signify equal billing. Although both sides accepted this agreement, neither was happy about it. And now it seems Blake may have pulled a subtle power move to have the final say. Fans noticed that on the official poster, Blake's name appears slightly higher than Anna's. It's a small but noticeable detail that many see as a deliberate effort by Blake to assert dominance, one that may reignite the already brewing tension between the two actresses.
And I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but I just noticed that for the new A Simple Favor, I've been calling it A Simple Favor 2. It's supposed to be another Simple Favor with starring Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. When I was looking at it, I noticed, and if you look at the poster, Blake Lively's name is like sitting up higher than Anna Kendrick's, but it's like off to the side up high. It doesn't make any sense. It looks so weird, but it's weird. Anna Kendrick's name is first, but then up higher and to the right of it is Blake Lively's name floating above her. And I looked at, they put out several different posters for this new movie coming out. They announced it's being released May 1st, and it's in all of them. So then I went back and looked at all the A Simple Favor movies previously. Not all of them, but the previous one. And it's not like that. It says Anna Kendrick's name first, and then Blake Lively is next. No, I just did a quick search, and Anna Kendrick's movies, the number of movies she's been in has been 50. Blake Lively, 25. So she's been in half the movies. And gross, Anna Kendrick's movies have made just over $2 billion, and Blake Lively's have made just over $1 billion. Why would her name be up floating higher? I mean, obviously Anna Kendrick's name should be first. She's the bigger star and always has been and always will be now. But then I'm thinking, they can try to say it was something artistic, but if you see it, go look at the poster. It makes no sense at all. Was this a demand of Blake Lively that, Anna Kendrick will get her name first, but then Blake circumvents that? And even though Anna Kendrick's name is first, hers is higher? I know this sounds like I'm reaching, but guys, we have seen what this demon is out here doing in these streets. That she will do anything to get her way and anything to be higher than another person. You guys tell me, am I reaching? Am I reaching? Look at it for yourself.
Blake has become a full-time headache, and it's no surprise Anna wants nothing to do with her. Blake's relentless mean girl energy reportedly drove a set veteran to quit after the first film. When A Simple Favor star Henry Golding teased the sequel, former assistant director Barbara Seaman slipped into the comments with pointed shade. She wrote that while nearly everyone on set was wonderful, one unnamed person made the shoot unbearable, and that tyrant was why she walked away from a career she once loved. Seaman later admitted she often drove home in tears, desperate to please someone who could never be pleased and who constantly tore people down. She deleted the post, but screenshots spread instantly. Her final line, "Karma is real," convinced fans she was talking about Blake, especially after Blake's public feud with director-actor Justin Baldoni. Blake's biggest problem may not be Justin painting her in a bad light. It's the growing list of insiders ready to speak out. From Anna distancing herself to crew members recalling toxic encounters, the narrative is shifting fast. Still, Blake is digging in. She refuses to drop her legal fight with Justin and has doubled down by filing subpoenas for Baldoni's phone and internet records, as well as those of his associates, hoping to prove he orchestrated an online smear campaign. The internet finds the demand ridiculous, calling it a blatant phishing expedition. Asking for a creative partner's private data simply because your reputation suffered is hardly sympathetic. Worse, her aggressive strategy invites deeper scrutiny and may embolden more people to share their stories. Battling Justin might end up the least of her worries. Managing the backlash from her own behavior could prove far more challenging. Time will tell if she learns it all.
Blake's team, their latest move just before the weekend, they're trying to subpoena 2.5 years of phone records. Okay, and that means every communication, not just with all the parties, but basically 2.5 years of Justin Baldoni texting, calling anyone. I mean, God forbid someone looks through my phone for 2.5 years. I get canceled again, big guy. No one wants. Pretty soon we're going to cancel people for thoughts that they're having.
All right, somebody get your Uncle Billy, okay? Calm down.
But they want if you represented Blake, could you do that? Would a judge ever, under any circumstances, allow 2.5 years of your every communication?
We're going to find out later today. Stick around and hit the subscribe button.
With every person alive to be made public?
I think that the law requires that things be narrowly tailored so that they're related to at least the case you're dealing with, unless there's some good reason to not have it narrowly.
Blake's actions are raising serious privacy concerns, yet she seems to think there's nothing wrong. Good luck getting that past a judge. Most people can see it's a total phishing expedition. There's little chance she'll win. But the most disturbing moment? Justin being forced to stay in the basement during his own movie premiere. Anyone who witnessed it was appalled. Blake crossed a line. Honestly, a colonoscopy would feel less invasive than what she's trying to pull off. Is she truly this desperate for a win? And can you really blame Anna for distancing herself? Maybe she's just protecting her own reputation. What do you think? Sound off in the comments, and don't miss the next video. Things are just getting started.